Welcome back. Well, we all know that diamonds are forever and diamonds are a girl's best friend, but how much do you know about the history of the gem?
Well, you can go on a unique journey of world-famous diamonds and the people who own them at a new exhibit at the Mini Time Machine Museum of Miniatures. Lisa Hastreiter-Lamb is here to explain. We all love diamonds, Lisa. So what a great exhibit, but what a unique way to kind of go through the history. Kind of tell us a little bit about the exhibit.
Well, the exhibit is really a wonderful pairing of quarter life-size historical figures. So they're sculptures of people, world-famous people from both Europe and the United States, and they're paired with replica diamonds that are the actual size, and then within the figures we also have quarter life-size replica diamonds. And these are world-famous diamonds that many people have heard about, such as the Hope Diamond, which is in the Smithsonian, that famous blue diamond that so many people go to the Smithsonian to see and admire. And so the exhibit is composed of those two elements, and it tells the story of the history of these diamonds through all the characters that are wearing the diamonds and then are representing them.
So you mentioned the Hope Diamond. Can you name a couple others that we can expect to see?
Yes, there's the Koh-i-Noor, which is owned by the Crown Jewels of England, and then there's also the Regent Diamond, which was a contemporary of the Hope Diamond, and the Mirror of Portugal, and the Beau Sancy. There are a few others as well, but just a whole, I think we have about 9 diamonds within the exhibit and 19 figures that tell the stories.
And where did this exhibit actually come from? We're happy to have it here.
Oh, yeah, we're really excited to have it here. It came from Ventura County Museum in Ventura, California, and they put together the exhibit. The exhibit was comprised of the work of 2 different artists. George Stewart created the historical figures, and then a gentleman named Scott Suker, who lives in New Mexico, created the diamonds. And they paired the 2 elements together to create the exhibit.
Wow.
And you have a new figure that's actually debuting with this exhibit, is that right?
Yes, we do. We have a piece that goes along with the Hope Diamond, in fact. The last personal owner of the Hope Diamond is in the exhibit, and her name is Evelyn Walsh McLean, and she wore the diamond in the early part of the 20th century. She acquired it in 1911, and Mr. George Stewart completed this figure only about 3 weeks before the exhibit opened, so it's debuting here in Tucson, and it took him several months to create this figure, and she is absolutely incredible and really just has the most gorgeous gown with beaded silk fabrics, and then the diamond is, of course, featured in the center of her necklace.
Now, I'm looking at some of these amazing pictures, and I have to ask, how do these artists make them look so lifelike and so intricate?
Oh, they are really perfectionists in their craft. Mr. Stewart has been making these historical figures for years and years, since the 1950s, in fact, and he has developed his craft over time. He goes out and he does detailed research on each of the characters that he's going to represent. He wants them to really feel lifelike, and he wants to capture their personality, particularly in the way that they're posed. And so he'll study death masks, he'll study Madame Tussauds Wax Museum, he'll go to museums such as the Smithsonian and look at their clothing and measure the clothing and so on, so that he can get an accurate idea of what they were like and what their body shape was like. And then he begins the process of building the figures, starting with a wire armature and then filling it out from there with paper, like a paper mache, and then a felt skin, and they're actually articulate, so they actually can move a little bit, which is kind of
really
neat. Yeah, he builds every element too. He builds all of the clothing, including the shoes, and if they have a sword or something like that that goes along with it, he builds those elements too. So they're just absolutely amazing. But it's a real careful study of the personality and things like death masks and wax museum.
And that must be quite time-consuming. Do you have any idea how long it takes them to do one?
Well, the Evelyn Walsh McLean sculpture, as I was mentioning, took about 3 months. But there are other figures that have much more detailed clothing or particular hairstyles and so on. So those can take up to 6 months.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah.
It is. And I know we're very fortunate to have this exhibit come here. How long will it be here in Tucson?
Oh, yes. It will be here through April 19th. So we have a few months yet to come out and see it. And we are really excited to have it here. It's just been really well received so far.
Excellent. Now, I know some people are thinking, ooh, diamonds. Now, these aren't real diamonds. These are replicas, right? What are they made of? How do they make the replicas?
They actually start out as cubic zirconian, and Scott Suker then carves them. He is trained in carving replica diamonds. He has studied many of the famous diamonds around the world, and he actually gets access to the Smithsonian Museum and other museums such as Smithsonian to be able to study the original diamond and learn about how the cut is developed and designed. And then he cuts the cubic zirconian to match the diamonds exactly. So
I mean, it's one thing to do these things, to do them, you know, to tell a story, to show somebody's personality, but to do it on this scale is even more extraordinary.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible, especially the quarter life-size diamonds.
Yeah.
They're exact replicas as well, and to do it on that small scale is an even more intense process than full scale.
Well, I always love to see what exhibits you have at the Mini Time Museum, and I have a feeling this one is going to be definitely worth the visit. So thank you so much, Lisa, for coming on and telling us all about it. And you can check out the new Diamonds Are Forever exhibit through April 19th. For more information, you can call 881-0606 or visit their website, theminitimemachine.org.